hopefully, by the end of this, we will get past the clusterfuck that is this 5-day stretch of September. What's up, everybody? Swytrain back on the mic for another episode of Let's Play Persona 5 Royal. Last time, you saw me not in the best mood. You saw me kind of angry. You saw me rather pissed off. And honestly, that anger is for good reason, because we started probably the worst 5-day stretch of the entire game, in my opinion. And I don't think I'm the only one who feels this way based off what I've seen on YouTube. A lot of other YouTubers, when they point to Okumura's Palace, a lot of them point to this 5-day clusterfuck in September and think just bad storytelling, hypocrisy. Those are just two of the words that I've seen come up a lot in different YouTube videos. So basically, how we got to this point, Ryuji and Morgana had a little feud. They keep bickering like they usually do. Yet, Morgana points out something. Ryuji points out Morgana's own hypocrisy. Like basically, Morgana's saying that Ryuji basically wants to go to Okumura's palace just for the sake of popularity, and because Okumura's on top of the fan side rankings, he wants to jump into Okumura's palace without really having much of a reason as to why he wants to jump in. Lo and behold, Morgana wants to go to Okumura's palace for the same damn reason. He wants to go to Okumura's palace because he is on top of the rankings. Ryuji points out Morgana's own hypocrisy. Morgana couldn't take it, and now he ditched us. He kind of betrayed us in a way. He kind of abandoned what it means to be a Phantom Thief and just left because his own fucking ego, couldn't take the hypocrisy Ryuji just honestly gave out. He pointed out Morgana was being a hypocrite, Morgana couldn't take it, and he fucking left. Oh well. And then, we have to go after Mona in Okumura's palace, because that's where he went. And, we couldn't get past the biometric door. That biometric door, Mona couldn't open either. But because he had a certain beauty thief with him, he had a certain fluffy-haired, beauty thief with him, and because he had that character with him, that door was able to open. Now, if you ask me, that fluffy-haired girl has to be related to Okumura in some way, shape, or form. Because that door said only authorized personnel could access that point. So to me, that means either two things. Workers or other employees will be able to open that door, or somebody related to Okumura in some way, shape, or form. And considering how that fluffy-haired girl didn't look like a robot, because we saw in his palace that Okumura thinks of his workers as robots, because that fluffy-haired girl didn't, come across as a robot in his cognition, that makes me believe that this fluffy-haired girl is related to Okumura in some way, shape, or form. What is that connection? We have no idea. And until we really figure out what that connection is, there's really no way for us to get into contact with Mona, because I don't think he'll be willing to talk with any of us. But again, we can't do jack shit at night, and that is another reason why I'm so pissed off about this arc. If we were just constricted into the cafe, but we can still do stuff like clean or, read a book or other things to raise social stats, that'd be fine. A lot of my animosity for this part of the game would have been completely gone if I could just do something at night. There could have been better ways to use our time, social stat grinding, mainly. We could have done that. We could have done something like that not in Okumura's palace, but during this 5-day stretch where we can't do jack shit. But because we're so worried about Morgana, we can't do jack. And again, I'm not worried about Mona because Mona did not come across as sympathetic at all. He came across as egotistical, someone who needs to be pampered. But what am I gonna do? I'm not a game developer, so all I can do is voice my complaints about how bad this part of the story is. But enough of my little rant. Let's go to sleep, and hopefully we can figure out that beauty thief's identity. I'm honestly surprised, though, that none of the Phantom Thieves, mainly the guys, didn't draw a connection between that girl's fluffy hair in the palace and to the girl we saw in Hawaii, because, lo and behold, it was the exact same person. And the fact that Makoto doesn't really recognize her either somehow makes it worse to me. I don't know why. It just does. Yeah. Again, bad storytelling choices. It just irritate me. And the fact that it's an RPG is why I'm also so hard on this. Like, you can have great gameplay in an RPG, but a great RPG gameplay can't exactly make up for a lackluster story the same way a platformer could. Like, for example, a Mario game. Mario games, 10 times out of 10, are mostly about gameplay, hence why they recycle the whole Bowser kidnaps Peach plot for most Mario games. They may put their own spin on the plot, but it's usually the same premise. But with Mario games, the focus is on the gameplay. Never has a Mario game been about story, with the exception of Sunshine, I would think. But outside of that, it's about gameplay. And the gameplay can really make up for the story because the story really doesn't have much of a focus. In an RPG, in a game that takes us usually hours to complete and can't be completed in one sitting, a story usually holds more of a focus. So, great gameplay can't necessarily make up for a lackluster story, especially if we're going to be sitting at this for hours. If we're going to have more than one sitting, have to sit through this more than one time to get through it. That's why I'm so hard on this part of the story. But, moving on. Why would someone normally call themselves Beauty Thief? Or would somebody normally call themselves Beauty Thief? I bet Morgana made her say it. It's still a weird thing to say, even if he told her to. Plus, they lied about her being able to use a persona, too. We don't know if that is indeed a lie, though. But we didn't see her use one. No matter how you slice her, she's totally just an amateur. And don't let your guard down. Just because she looks like a persona user, doesn't mean she can't use a persona. She looked like a user. But even if she cannot use a persona, she has Morgana by her side. And as long as Morgana is against us, she poses a threat. Yeah, we can't take her lightly. She has Morgana on her side, remember? I agree with Futaba. At the very least, they're one step ahead of us. True. An amateur would not have been able to open that gate. They've clearly figured out something we don't know. We'll need to uncover the identity of that masked girl. Yeah, she looked about our age. If only we could figure out that connection.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Man, this girl's hot!
Ryuji!
Ah, but she's younger than me.
God fucking damn it, Ryuji.
Ryuji! No way! She's the same age as me? She looks like my dad's friend.
On! Good lord. Both of you really need to get ADHD medicine, huh? Good lord. I can relate because I have ADHD.
Get back to work.
Why don't we take a break? It's no surprise our concentration is waning. Even if it's only the female students, there are easily hundreds of them.
Yeah, that's the problem. Even if we knew what she looked like, which, by the way, we should know what she looked like, but apparently, Joker and Ryuji forgot what she looked like. The girl in Hawaii. If we knew what she looked like, it would be easier. But even if we're just looking at female students, we just don't know what grade she's in.
They're all starting
And that's
to
a
look the same
problem.
to me.
Think we can really find her?
So many students. Good lord.
You can say that again.
Just sheer volume of them.
This girl! Haru Okumura. Okumura?
There it is. There's the connection we need. Shares the same last name as Kurikazu, and if I'm willing to bet money, she's his daughter. No wonder she was able to open that door. She's his daughter. That makes sense.
Wasn't the beauty thief like this too? Especially the fluffy hair.
That's Haru's best trait. Wait, is trait even the right word? Whatever.
That's gotta be her.
It would also explain how she got past the door's biometric reader.
Yeah, family blood.
This may be worth looking into. But why was she at the palace?
More importantly, how did she get into the palace? That's something I still don't understand. How did she end up in the palace with Morgana? You can't tell me that she just followed the cat and she somehow ended up in the palace with Mona. Like, there has to be a real explanation as to how she got in there.
We could just make her spill the beans herself.
She may have already gone home for the day, so let's try tomorrow. I'm gonna lock up. I'll see you all tomorrow.
We've gotten somewhere. Oh, there she is. There's the cutest girl. Although Kusumi may have something to say about that. Oh no.
Come on, move.
Shit looks heavy.
Would you happen to be interested in gardening?
I don't know, like me, myself, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to gardening, but, yeah, a little. I think a little is fair for both me and the protagonist here.
Thank goodness.
That's fair.
If you could help me unload this?
These look like bags of soil if you... Soil or fertilizer, one or the other.
Boys sure are strong. Thank you. You're a second year, aren't you? That makes me just a tad older. Have we met somewhere before?
I would say your dad's palace, but, you may not get the terminology yet. But we saw you at the bench in Hawaii, on the bench in Hawaii, Jesus, on the bench in Hawaii.
Oh, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm... Haru Okumura, correct?
God damn it, Makoto! God fucking damn it. Subtlety is key here. Ugh, God.
The only daughter of Kunikazu Okumura, CEO of Okumura Foods. Care to explain why you were inside your father's palace? Oh, so that's where we met. Wow, you figured it out in just a day. You looked really good in that biker gang outfit. Let's not talk about that.
Queasy, let's not talk about the biker gang outfit.
So, why did you become a phantom thief?
She's not really a phantom thief yet, though. She's not a phantom thief. She's not. I love Haru to pieces, but she's not a thief yet.
My father's highly
It'd be more
regarded
accurate
as
to
a
say...
manager, but I had various doubts about him.
It'd be more accurate to say Morgana ditched the phantom thieves. Oh, doubts?
Things have grown quite serious lately. That's why I want to make amends, even though it may only be for my own satisfaction. But I wonder if this is just running from the problem. Where did you meet Morgana? It was pure coincidence. I found a lonely-looking cat in front of our office building. And that was Morgana? Mm-hmm. And when I followed him, I ended up in the metaverse.
That makes no sense! That honestly makes no sense! Just because you follow the cat, you end up in the metaverse. It's just not a very good explanation. Golly. It doesn't make sense.
There's no way for me to change my father's company. But if I became a phantom thief, I thought I'd at least be able to change him. Isn't there any way we can work together? I can't cooperate with people who don't know what they want to do. What you're doing is unnecessarily causing a stir among the public.
That's not our fault. Blame the media for this. Causing a stir among the public is not our fault, for the record. It just comes with the territory. We don't really want recognition. Well, that's kind of a false statement. Ryuji wants recognition, but the Phantom Thieves at their core don't do these acts just for the sake of riling on the public. We perform changes of hearts to help those in need. The Futaba example is the most prevalent one. We went into Futaba's palace because we wanted to save Futaba from potentially committing suicide. If we didn't go into her palace, that very well may have happened. We don't go into palaces, we don't change people's hearts just for recognition. We want to help those in need. We changed Madarame's heart because Yusuke was in big trouble. We changed Kanashiro's heart because Makoto very well could have gone into prostitution, and that can't happen.
Besides, the Phantom Thieves who should be helping the weak are not helping their own teammate.
I don't really blame her, Haru, for this, by the way. I don't really blame her for saying this. I blame Morgana for feeding her false information. Morgana's not helping himself here at all. Let's just go.
I just want my father to atone for his crimes. And help Mona-chan, who gave me a chance to do just that. But aren't our objectives the same? It'd be better if we were...
No.
No, thank you. I will do this with Mona-chan and him alone.
No. Leave it be. Just leave it be, Queen.
She hit quite a sore spot. We don't know what we want to do, huh?
It seems getting her cooperation won't be possible. Let's consult with the others on our next move.
We shouldn't ignore Morgana either.
Even if our objectives were the same, it would be best if we don't go together right now. Because there's just going to be a clear animosity between Mona and the rest of the party.
I'm home, Father.
I don't think Haru holds a lot of animosity towards us. I just feel like she's really going on of what Morgana has been telling her, and Morgana has the animosity, and he's feeding her false information.
Drive them away.
Hmm?
That's right. Make it a priority.
Huh?
I finally get a foothold into politics, and this happens. Phantom thieves? Huh. Did the media ask you anything?
No, not at all. What's this about phantom thieves?
It seems I'm ranked first on the forum of these so-called phantom thieves.
Is it because of the news coverage?
It's jealousy of the successful.
Fucking delusional.
Nothing but the barks of the masses who lack the resolve to sacrifice what's needed for their well-being.
Fuck you!
Both the young and the old are overjoyed with some foolish idols. This country has no future.
What if they do exist? What if these phantom thieves really can steal hearts?
Shouldn't you know? Well, wait, never mind. You know they can, I would think.
Are you still having doubts about me?
Yes. Yes, she told us herself. She does have doubts, but she can't say that out loud now, can she?
No.
Yeah, she can't say that she actually has doubts about it out loud.
More importantly, I hope things are going well with that young man.
Oh, oh, God. Oh, boy. That douchebag. Playing the base game many times, I know exactly who this is. And anyone who's played the base game at least once knows exactly who Kunikaze is referring to. So, that's why I'm just not very happy. That's why I'm cringing, kind of. Like, even on the mic, I'm just cringing right now.
Yes, Father.
Very well, then. He may not seem like it, but he's still the son of an influential politician. Be cordial with him. He'll eventually become a necessary connection for this company. Or rather, for me.
Yeah, again, fuck you.
I understand. I will do the best I can.
Good. That's how a daughter of Okumura should be.
That gives us more of a reason to take down Okumura. Not so much that, you know, the mental shutdowns, but which is a big reason, I must say. We should go into his palace just to confirm if there is any connection between him and the mental shutdowns and whatnot. But also to help Haru. It seems like Haru's in trouble, and if we could find out the truth of the situation, we can discover, and by we I mean hopefully the rest of the party outside of the protagonist and Yusuke, can really rediscover what it means to be a phantom thief again. And remember, it's not just for popularity's sake. It's to help those in need, which is something that a lot of the people in the party have kind of forgotten about, if I'm being honest. Hey, I found some weird comments on Mishima-kun's website. They were thanking us for resolving requests that we didn't actually complete. It's probably just a prank, but those requests are indeed resolved. Someone must be going into mementos other than us. Ah, shit. Oh boy, it's Mona. I think it's Mona. Agreed, he's probably taking the beauty thief with him too. We should look into this. I was thinking of persuading Okumura-san in school, but she's been avoiding me. That's because you were sloppy! Again! How are we gonna look into this then? We'll stake out No! Oh god, this is a bad idea. Staking out mementos, well, maybe your only option, is still not a very good idea, because you really have no idea if or when Mona and Haru are going to come into Mementos. You could be staking on Mementos for like 3 days, and they don't show up. I want to get home early. It may be your only option. Staking on Mementos may be your only option, but it is not a good option by any stretch. That'll depend on Mona and the Beauty Thief. The method is indeed a classic one, but it is a safe bet. Yeah, I think it's better than just looking for them randomly. I'm gonna have all sorts of snacks. No teachers to time me on this field trip. Well, why don't we get this over with then? Let's do it tomorrow. Again, I understand why you have to go into Mementos to stake them out. I get that. It's just flawed. The idea itself is just flawed because you could be spinning your wheels in there for God knows how long and they don't show up. Because if they don't show up, the stakeout's a failure. Okay? If they don't show up in Mementos, the stakeout is the definition of a fucking failure. So, it's boom or bust. But again, what can you do? I'm no game developer, mind you, so I can only voice my complaints.
I can't believe it.
Isn't it a little strange that Okumura is the top vote on the fan site? I mean, there are tons of other companies that do the same thing. Maybe they're singling him out for all the praise he gets. Besides, there's a bunch of strange rumors starting to surface about his company. Oh, you mean like all that stuff happening to his competitors? Don't tell me you buy that out the occult BS. I'm sure it's a coincidence.
Hi, everyone.
How's everyone doing? Worn out from your trip? Come on, you're young. Why does it even count as going to a foreign country? Yes, it does. It's full of Japanese tourists. I bet you were able to speak Japanese wherever you went, weren't you? It still counts as a foreign country. The shopkeepers will use Japanese to pressure you into buying things as if their life depends on it. I'm used to it though, so I actually haggle with them in English. Mr. Blazer, show me how much you know your English.
Let's hear it.
What's one of the supposed origins for the phrase, cat got your tongue? Cats eating human tongues, right? Yep.
This is it.
Boom.
Good.
Knew it. In ancient Egypt, it's said that the tongues of liars and blasphemers were cut out and fed to cats. It's also possible it came from the pirates' cat o' nine tails leaving a prisoner too stung to talk. There are actually a lot of other expressions involving cats. Yep. And still nowhere near ranking up to rank 5 knowledge. It's kind of frustrating too. I'm not worried about my knowledge stat maxing that out anytime soon because we don't really need to max out our knowledge like at any real point, but the slow progress from rank 4 to rank 5 is frustrating admittedly. Sorry about that, stuffy nose. Man, it's crazy how many people want us to change the hearts of the Okumura Food CEO. I mean, duh. He was doing tons of shady shit. It sounds like everyone's expecting us to actually take him down. Come on, we gotta do this. But again, you guys are missing the point! We don't go into palaces to change people's hearts just because of popularity's sake. We don't do that. We go in there to help those in need. Ryuji, An, and now Futaba too. No, not really much of Futaba, but Ryuji and An. Come on now. Unless I have a real clear-cut reason as to why someone may be in need, then I don't really want to go into the palace. Give me a clear reason, or give me an indication that someone really needs our help and it involves Okumura, then yeah, I'll go in there. I don't want to go into Okumura's palace just based off speculation. We could speculate how he's connected to the mental shutdowns, but if we don't find any actual proof that he's connected to them, why not? You're fine with just letting them down. Ryuji, you've just made my point. You only want to go into his palace just for popularity's sake. Mona, and to a lesser extent An, are kind of the same way at this point. That aside, does everyone remember the plan for today? Yes, we're to hold a stakeout in Mementos. You think they're gonna show? We'll just have to wait until they do, and that could be days, which is why I'm against this plan. For real? We can't go back until we make up with Morgana. I'm sure they'll come. Hope you're right. Technically speaking, we don't really need Morgana at all. Technically, if we can just convince Haru to come to our side, then we don't need Mona.
You're going to apologize when Mona comes, all right?
Now, why are you shitting on Ryuji? It's Mona's fault that he couldn't take Ryuji pointing out his own hypocrisy. Just because Morgana has a fragile ego and Ryuji just exposed it, doesn't mean you should shit on Ryuji. There's one person you should be shitting on, it's Morgana. Yet, they never do. They shit on Ryuji. Something that, another reason, just bugs me. Again, bad storytelling.
I know already.
In an
why are you
RPG,
just saying that to me?
It's something I can't ignore.
We need to be wary of the beauty thief, too.
So we're doing a stakeout here.
We'd better be ready for the long haul.
Ain't he gonna show up today? I mean, what time is it now?
A lot of them been in here.
Hold that thought.
Oh, they showed up.
You guys are seriously slacking off way too much.
I think the story just needed to keep going, otherwise they didn't have to go in
Do
here
you have
today.
business with us?
Let's see, Haru's not really hostile at all.
Aren't you fulfilling the requests on the Phantom Aficionado website? Even leaving comments? It'd be best if you don't accept them so recklessly.
The police will track you down in no time. If that were to happen, we'd be caught up in it as well.
That's not what I intended.
Oops.
But that would be my fault. I'm actually not that great with machines. I'm truly sorry.
This is so cute, I love it. And if you play Dancing in Starlight, this is actually gets expanded upon a bit. Haru not being the best with machines.
Why are you apologizing?
Why are you still being an asshat?
They're telling us for our sake. We should be thanking them.
Won't you please put what happened behind us?
So I'm the one you're here for?
Because of your fucking bloated ego. Yeah. You can tell I really don't like Morgana right now. I just don't.
You guys need me after all? Is that it?
We have to placate to the cat's fucking ego here, even though it's 1000% unjustified. That is the big reason why this 5-day stretch of September pisses me off to no end. If you want to know, like, the Cliff Notes version as to why I'm so pissed off about this arc, I just said it. We have to placate to Morgana's fucking ego, even though it's 1000% unjustified. Golly.
I guess we could still use you.
Ryuji is actually how I feel, honestly.
Ryuji?
What? Ryuji speaks the truth, honestly.
We're sorry too, Morgana. We weren't taking your feelings into consideration at all.
And again, why are we apologizing to Mona? He doesn't deserve an apology. He just upped and out us for no real reason.
Lady On. Everyone, shouldn't you be using code names?
Ryuji didn't really mean what he said, you know? He wants to apologize.
But he shouldn't. Ryuji shouldn't apologize. If anyone here needs to apologize, it's Morgana. Morgana is the one who needs to apologize here. Okay? Haru even knows that this won't go well.
It's like, it was my bad too. I mean, I don't mind if you're not human or if you're useless.
Yeah, that part, I can't defend that part. As much as I defend Ryuji,
Douche.
as much as I defend Ryuji for this, I can't defend that. Come on, man.
On setup was completely ruined.
Oh, is that right? So I am just some useless cat to you guys. You're so full of yourselves, but do you have the skills to back that up? Try and catch me then. Get in, beauty thief.
AKA drive.
If you can't do this, don't count on me ever coming back.
There they go.
Did he even think about how long he made us wait? Fine, we'll do this.
Jeez, this isn't what we came here to do.
Yeah, but because of Ryuji's bad choice of words and
All right.
Mona's fragile fucking ego, we have to do this. We need to go after him and talk things through. If we had Sonic with us, if Sonic just got transported here, this would be easy. But we're not the fastest thing alive. We can't boost, we can't drift, so we're kind of screwed going normal speed. We are facing the car here. Does it not seem somewhat reckless to chase him on foot?
I'm okay.
He does bring up a good point. It dead ends a little bit explored. Even if we can do this if we manage to corner him in one. Yeah, in theory, but he could just run us over. If we could whip out Johanna, then that'd be different, but Queen never really thinks about doing that. You chat now? How naive. You really think you've captured me? Shit, look out! Sheesh, what would he have done if he ran us over?
Hey.
Stop complaining and let's get after him again. Oh boy.
Okay.
We've reached him again, but that means nothing. Mona, will you listen? Shut up. I've got nothing to talk about with you guys. Not again. There'll be no end at this rate.
Huh?
What was that? It came from over there. Go take a look. The car crashed. More accurately, I think it's safe to say Haru crashed him. It kind of fits in too, because Haru did say she's not great with machines, and the car technically is a machine. And the Morgana car really needs someone who can drive, so this is funny. That idiot crashed.
Hey!
Mona, are you okay? I don't give a shit about the cat at this point. Pete, okay, let's go. Where are you going? Mona's not down that way. I could give two shits about what happens to Mona at this point, but in order to progress through the story, we need to check up on him. I feel like this palace would have been a lot better if we had to complete it in spite of Morgana.
You gotta hear us out, Morgana.
There's nothing I have to talk to you about.
Come on. There's no need to keep being so stubborn.
I can't just give in like this. I have my pride to protect.
Yeah, which makes you even less likable.
What's that over there?
Huh?
Are you fucking serious? You fell for the oldest trick in the book. You gotta be kidding me.
Shoot.
It seems we've fallen for the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, no shit. That's pathetic. Come on now.
Those two.
It'll never end at this rate. What do we do now? I don't hear the sound of his engine at all. Could they have left mementos?
Our lack of vehicle puts us at a severe disadvantage. We should probably just head home for today.
Damn it! Freaking Morgana.
I have no sympathy for him, so.
Serves them right. Are you sure that was what you wanted? Of course it was.
You made me look everywhere for you.
Uh-oh. There's
Doing
creepy
somewhere
McSleaze
without any
ball.
reception. Out late with guys, that's it, isn't it?
That's jump in logic there.
I would never do such a thing.
That's not Haru's personality at all.
Come on, let me have some fun too, will ya?
None of the girls are hoes, basically. Only a hoe would do that. And that's not Haru at all. She's the complete opposite of that.
Can't you do that for me?
Haru! You little... Let go of Haru!
What the? Goddamn cat!
Ow!
Mona-chan!
Damn. That probably broke the cat's back.
Damn it. I am useless. Someone... anyone... Is anybody out there?
Will you shut up, you stupid cat?
Alright, get over here, you well-dressed man. I'm about to falcon punch you in the face.
He is so getting it the next time we run into him.
Based on what we've seen, we gotta put that little feud on the back burner. I kinda wanna kill Morgana right now myself, but we gotta put that on the back burner right now.
Was that Mona's voice? Hey, over there! That doesn't seem right to me.
Please! Let go!
It's for real.
Okumura-san! Mona!
The hell are you doing to our friend? Sorry about the disturbance. It's just a lover's quarrel with my fiancée.
Lovers quarrel, my ass.
What? But she's clearly fighting you.
How dare you make a fool of me? I'll be telling your father about this too. I won't forget your faces.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but Mona-chan... This is nothing.
Dude, your back collided with the sidewalk, for God's sake. Your back should be broken.
Was that person really your fiance? Whoa, so you're engaged then?
For better or worse.
That didn't seem like an ordinary fight, though. Shouldn't you talk to your parents about it?
That's why I hesitated saying she's engaged. It's like... It didn't seem like she didn't really have that much of a say in the matter.
I think it'd be useless. I'll just be told to beg for his forgiveness, even if it means groveling on the ground.
Right.
It seems she has her reasons.
I'll, apologize about what happened earlier. So,
Oh, there you go.
would you let Haru rest for a while?
Of course. We'll take her to your place, yeah?
Yeah. Don't worry about it, Mona. Now, if only you and Ryuji can make up. I can take Mona's apology, and now Mona's on my good side again. It's just a 4-day stretch where you're just... his characterization just kind of pisses me off. But Mona's back on my good side. I take his apology. Now, can he and Ryuji ever actually make up? That was something the base game has been missing. The base game never really showed a real apology between Mona and Ryuji, which was the big reason why Mona left in the first place. If those two can have a real heart-to-heart, then that'd be great. I don't think we'll get that.
I'm sorry. I fell asleep.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Haru.
Did you get enough rest?
Mona-chan?
Anyway, it's just as I told you a moment ago. I can't have you guys risk your lives anymore for someone useless like me. To be frank, there's no assurance that I'll turn back into a human either.
So?
This can't be called a fair deal. That's why I think we should split up.
Who said we're acting as phantom thieves for your sake? I'm doing it to expand my own horizons.
Alright.
No need to tiptoe around the situation. We're splitting up.
Someone reel the cat back in.
You should stop lying. Do you remember what you said to me when I found you collapsed in the metaverse? That you're a phantom thief. That you're going to get stronger and have the others acknowledge you. You love being here, don't you?
Yes, he does.
Of course not.
Yes, you do.
I was lying to myself too. But when I formed a contract with my persona, I understood it all. doing this because my father is doing something horrible was nothing but a superficial reason.
It is. She's right. That is just a superficial reason. In order to really, I guess, form a contract with a persona, you have to help someone else beyond just yourself, really. I think that's what it means. I think. Remember, the protagonist awoke into his persona just so he could protect Ryuji. Ann awoke into her persona just so she could protect Shiho. You're doing it for other people. Yusuke awoke into his own persona after realizing the truth about Madarame, but also to help all those art students who have been tainted by him or could be tainted. Makoto awoke into her own persona because she wanted to stop other Shujin students from getting blackmailed by Kaneshiro. Point being, doing something because her dad is doing something horrible, that is superficial. And that's not, you're not going to be able to really form a contract with your persona
The truth
that
is,
way.
I
Don't want to get married, right?
That's kind of superficial in and of itself, though, because, again, that's only helping yourself. I totally sympathize with Haru here. Like, I wouldn't want to get married
felt
at
that
the
since an adult with
young of an age
responsibilities made the
either, but
decision, it couldn't be wrong.
you're still only looking out for your own self-interest. I really don't know the right way to word this here. Because you don't want to get married, while totally understandable, that's still kind of selfish in a way. So I can't really say she formed a contract with her persona, because I'm like, that's kind of wrong.
I was such a fool, tied down by vague notions, and stayed quiet as my marriage partner was chosen. But I won't tolerate this anymore. I can't stand that creep!
Oh yeah, that dude's an ass.
That's how I truly feel.
Why are you looking at me all of a sudden?
Mona-chan, why is it that you always talked about becoming human again?
That's... At first, I only thought of this team as a temporary dwelling until I regained my memories. But I wasn't making any progress on finding out what I am or why I was born.
Morgana.
I wanted a reason of my own. A reason to stay with the Phantom Thieves. I don't have anyone I want to save or get revenge on. Someone like me has no reason to stay here. That's why, to me, this team is...
Come on, say it. You can do it.
For real.
It's the only place I can belong. I want to stay here forever.
Phew. Finally done with this clusterfuck of an arc. Phew. We are done with this.
That was refreshingly
Thank
honest.
you. Morgana's now back in the party.
You should have just said so from the start. Jeez.
If you stick with me, there's no telling what kind of trouble will come up. You better be sure about this.
A bit late for that.
It's a little late for all that, don't you think? Of course we want to stay with you too.
Well, I'm sorry I worried you guys. This is where I belong. My mind's all set. I'll make sure to work hard to pay my dues. It's too late to cancel our deal, got it?
I expect great things from you, cat.
I'd better make up for the time we wasted dallying around.
There we go. Indoor. There we go.
All right.
Well, in the end, wouldn't you say that your encounter with us was destiny?
That's right. Encounter.
Oh crap, the last train's coming up.
I must go as well.
Let's continue this another time.
Stay at our place. I'll arrange it. See you all tomorrow.
Alright.
I'm gonna sleep. I'm exhausted. Man, this place is as drab as always.
So, I'm conflicted here. On one hand, I'm happy that we're done with this clusterfuck that is the 5 days of September that I call the worst part of the game. But on the other hand, I feel kind of empty because Morgana and Ryuji never really had a heart-to-heart, which is something that this really needed. I mean, think back to Kanashiro's palace for a minute. Shortly after Makoto awakened to her persona, An called her into the student council room. Because remember, An basically blamed Makoto for being an accomplice to Kamoshida by doing nothing. Because Makoto didn't really stand up to Kamoshida, because Makoto, didn't do anything to help out Shiho or the other members, An basically put Makoto on blast, called her out, and, started a beef, but you get my point. Shortly after Makoto awakened to her persona in Kanashiro's palace, An called Makoto to the student council room. The two had a conversation, the two made up, and the two went and got crepes. Conflict resolution. We don't get any of that. Mona and Ryuji, the fact that those two really got into the argument was the biggest reason why Morgana left the party. And honestly, the fact that we really get no, conflict resolution from that just drives me mad. But anyway, we've finished with that. We're done here with this mess of a story.
Can I talk?
Yeah, that makes sense. So, I think we're going to stay in here for tonight, and next time on Persona 5 Royal, we will be waiting for Haru's recovery.
Nice.
And we'll have to decide what we do next. That is key. What do we do next? Do we go after Okumura? Or what? We're probably going to go after Okumura, but we need a legitimate reason as to why. So, what we do next, from this point forward, is what we're going to find out next time on Persona 5 Royal. So, I'm going to eat because I am hungry, and I will see you all later.